The editor. As stated by Inside the Edit, the role of an editor is highly complex. After extensive research into my crew role, I have come to the conclusion that there are two main aspects of editing, the technical aspect and the creative. Beginning with the technical. As an editor, your role is not limited to post-production. During the pre-production stage, editors attend production meetings and assist in script development by analysing it and asking the director productive questions to ensure their message, characters, and story world will be clear to audiences. Further, the production team may create an on-screen draft. This concept, developed by Karen Perlman, uses editing thinking to allow a visual and practical insight into how the final edit will look and feel, therefore enabling any necessary changes to take place before filming the final product. During the production stage, an editor may be required or choose to be present on set to ensure continuity. Further, an editor will liaise with the director and first assistant director to ensure there is enough coverage. For example, if the editor believes there is a key emotional scene in the film, they may urge the director to film a close-up shot of the characters, if this is not included in the shot list, as this will enhance the story later in post-production. Finally, the post-production stage. The editor must be familiar with the software they are using, whether it is Avid Media Composer, Final Cut Pro, or any other program. Being technically proficient in these editing softwares allows for concentration on their creative abilities as a storyteller. Therefore, an editor must be able to load, import, and transcode media files and log, label, sync, and group this data. After organising the rushes, also known as dailies, the editor watches them by themselves and with the director to familiarise themselves with the footage. Next, the editor organises a film in order in the assembly edit, without making any cuts or creative decisions as of yet. After this comes the rough cuts, where the editor works closely with the director to ensure their vision comes to life. And lastly, the final cut is made and locked in. However, the roles and responsibilities of an editor are not so simple. Whilst it is imperative that these technical skills are required, as organisation is an important skill that all editors must have, the creative aspect of editing separates those who can make an edit from those who are apt in the art of editing. According to Karen Perlman, the editor is the creative collaborator with an expert knowledge of movement of story, emotion, image, and sound. Bryce Button states that editing is a continuation of the storytelling process, as in these stories people look for meaning, for answers to everyday life experiences. Therefore, film is an audience experience, and a crucial concept in controlling how the audience feels is to control what the audience sees. To achieve this, editors must make creative choices about rhythm, tone, colour, movement, pace, tension, and other editing techniques to shape audience emotion and perspective. Therefore, the editor must be extremely familiar with the story, characters, and the director's intentions. The editor may choose to use a line script that shows which parts of the script were filmed in every scene and take. Using these notes, the editor must find in every scene what Holland defines as the lean forward moment, a key plot point or emotional hook that is imperative to story and audience investment in the film. This creates a coherent story that aligns with the director's intentions. Every decision made by the editor is crucial, as every single frame has power, and it's the editor who can wield that power. This is the artistry that is required in this role. The following video from Alfred Hitchcock explains the power of the montage Kuleshov effect to create meaning.
Now we have a close-up. Let me show what he sees. Let's assume he saw a woman holding a baby in her arms. Now we cut back to his reaction to what he sees, and he smiles. Now what is he as a character? He's a kindly man. He's sympathetic. Now, let's take the middle piece of film away, the woman with the child, but leave his two pieces of film as they were. Now we'll put in a piece of film of a girl in a bikini. He looks, girl in a bikini, he smiles. What is he now? The dirty old man.
These editing choices are also genre dependent. For example, the film I am currently working on, Silverfish, is a psychological horror. As editor, I will use certain editing techniques to emphasize the escalating suspense of this horror film. For example, the bathroom mirror becomes what Sipos refers to as a visual cue. Every time we see the bathroom, anxiety will build and the character becomes fixated, each time believing to see another figure in the mirror. Therefore, we have now defined this as a visual cue for danger and anxiety, and the audience will expect something key to happen when faced with the mirror. Overall, an editor must be able to be technically proficient as well as a creative storyteller that is able to shape story, character, tone, and perspective with every decision to realise the vision of the director.